Our next speaker is Sandra Lucia Almeida Zambrano. Sandra is from the Department of Geography. The title of Sandra's talk is Monkeys in the Mist.
So Peru is in the Amazon, and I grew up in nature, mostly in remote places. So I knew that I wanted to do something with wildlife or nature. So I started volunteering for an NGO, Neotropical Primate Conservation. So that's when I find out about these monkeys and how threatened they are and how community conservation can help for their survival. I don't feel like I choose them because I was interested in wildlife in general. But when I start working with them, I know, just seeing them, say how smart they are, how similar they are to us, and how also they trust in some way. I guess I feel empathy because I see them playing and fighting, but besides that, obviously they have great ecological importance. They're seed dispersers, so they are called the gardeners of the forest. Though they don't know they're doing it, they're just eating and then pooping, but they're planting several seeds. I love nature. I think there's nothing can replace being there, like surrounded by trees, seeing the monkeys jumping. Nothing in the world can mimic that. Not movies or not the city or malls. And if you lose that, once a species is lost, there's nothing. You lose everything. You lose all the information. I definitely hope to get people to care about deforestation, things that are going on. And sometimes because we are here, it seems like something so far away that maybe it's not happening, or like we are so disconnected. They belong to this planet as much as we do. So if a species disappears, I feel like we have failed as a human species to take care of the planet. The equivalent of 36 football fields of forest are cleared every minute. That means that by the time I finish this presentation, nearly 150 acres of forest will be gone. The yellow-tailed woolly monkeys, one of the most endangered primates in the world, inhabit the cloud forest along the Peruvian Andes, where 50% of its habitat has been destroyed. These monkeys have great ecological importance, and because they are protected by Peruvian law, they also represent hope for local communities who want to protect their forests from deforestation. My research goal is to identify the characteristics of the forest that these monkeys prefer, which is going to be useful to restore the deforested areas and find forests with similar characteristics that can serve as nature reserves. What I did is I divided an area occupied by yellow-tailed woolly monkeys into low, medium, and high preference zones according to the number of times the monkeys were observed in each zone. Then I spent the past summer in the cloud forest setting up camera traps in the canopy and collecting vegetation data from each zone. While I was doing my fieldwork, one day I was particularly tired after several weeks of rain and going up and down the mountain, measuring trees, while being attacked by all kinds of insects and some plants. And all day, I could hear in the distance the sound of chainsaws chopping down trees. It was quite discouraging, and it made me ask myself if all my work was even worth it. Later that day, we ran into the troop of monkeys and noticed one of the females had a newborn, a baby monkey, probably a couple days old. That was all I needed to know, that it is worth it, because if they go extinct, that will be it. There will be no coming back after that. So I kept working. So far I have 3 new plant species, footage of behavior never reported before for the yellow-tailed woolly monkeys, and most importantly, significant differences in forest structure and composition between the 3 preference zones. These results will be useful to restore the deforested areas and to identify potential nature reserves. Luckily, there is a growing conservation tendency in the region where local communities have created 20 reserves in the last 10 years. These reserves make chainsaws stop, provide habitat for yellow-tailed woolly monkeys and other wildlife species, and they also contribute to the sustainable development of the surrounding communities, which depend on the forests for their everyday survival.
Thank you, Sandra.
How do you feel right now? What does it feel to just like come off that stage?
I feel relief. I feel relief. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Yes. I wasn't able to eat anything before because I was so nervous, but now I'm feeling it.